August 9th, 2024. The police department in Green Township, Ohio, receives a chilling 911 call.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I live at 3365 Palm Hill Lane, and my neighbors down the street, it looked like somebody ran out the yard. They were on the porch yelling help. It looks like a man was stabbing a lady and just dragged her body back inside her house.
The cops rush to the scene to find a man lying bleeding on the porch.
What happened, man? Is your wife here too? Was she attacked? Is she stabbed? Robert 50 out, 2 victims.
75-year-old Barbara Mortimer is lying unresponsive on the floor, covered in blood. The man on the porch is her 75-year-old husband, Tom, who's survived the attack, a widower. They're an old married couple living on a quiet street and enjoying their retirement together. So how did it end like this? Is this a burglary gone wrong? Or could it be something else?
No, I know something's wrong here.
Okay.
I know something was wrong.
Another officer begins to canvass the neighborhood for other witnesses.
So what else did you see?
I came home, got out of my truck, and I heard a lady frantically yelling, help, help, help.
Okay.
I looked around, looked down. I saw she just come out the door. Guy followed her out.
Okay. Do you know who that was?
I have no idea who they are.
Okay.
All I saw.
Okay.
And I saw she went down, and the guy over the top of her just doing this.
Okay.
And then he went inside.
Okay.
And I'm just, for a second, like, did I just see what I thought I saw?
Yeah.
I waited a minute. She didn't get up. I called 911.
911 was the location of your emergency.
Yeah, 3365 Palm Hill Lane. I just called it in, and it looked like somebody got stabbed down the street. He came back out, yelled something. I couldn't hear what it was. Grabbed her feet, just drug her ass inside.
Okay.
Her head was bouncing off the step. The screen door was smacking her in the head.
Okay.
I was on with the dispatcher. Told them all that. Then he came back out. Had a bag and something else in his hand. Got into his car. I called 911 back. The guy who did the stabbing is leaving in a Honda. It's gray in color. Gave him what plate I could get off of it.
Okay.
Gave him a description.
Okay.
That's when I noticed the old guy walking around. He was walking around the yard.
Okay.
It looked like he was covered in blood.
Yeah.
Tom has a chilling revelation to make.
I'm not sure if anybody talked to you yet, but who did this?
My son.
Okay, and what's his name?
Kenneth.
This family home has become the site of a horrifying domestic drama, one that's ended in blood. Barbara is dead, and her husband has life-changing injuries. What could possibly drive a son to try to kill his parents?
The system failed us.
It did.
System failed us.
Here on The Decoder, we'll deep dive into police footage to understand exactly what went down in the Mortimer house that fateful day and what led to Barbara's tragic death. Green Township is a suburb of Cincinnati known for its safety and green spaces. It's a popular place to retire. Tom and Barbara Mortimer, a lawyer and a sales clerk respectively, were looking forward to growing old there together now that they'd both stopped working and their 3 children had left the nest. Their 2 eldest had given them grandchildren already, while 40-year-old Kenneth, their youngest, remained single. And they enjoyed a cordial relationship with their neighbors, who all tried to look out for one another. It's one of these neighbors who calls 911 on the afternoon of August 9th.
Did you see him?
It's on the same side as my house. Yes, I saw him. He started yelling help. I saw him leaning over her on the porch. It looked like he was stabbing her. He walked back inside. She laid there, and then he just came back outside and drug her body inside.
Okay.
And she was moaning.
This neighbor doesn't immediately recognize Barbara's attacker.
Do you remember what he looks like? White, black, Hispanic, biracial?
He's a white man, probably about 6 foot tall. Looked like reddish hair with maybe a beard.
Okay.
Like I said,
Did
it's
you
like
see
4
the
houses
knife
back
at all,
there.
or was it just the motion?
That was the motion. He
Okay.
had something in his hand. I couldn't tell exactly what it was, but it looked like the motion. It looked like he was stabbing.
The Green Township Police Department are dispatched to the scene immediately.
You're stabbed in the side? Where's your wife stabbed at? Okay, I'm gonna go check on her, okay?
Tom is upright and talking, though he's been stabbed 3 times. once each in the head, neck, and chest. But he's concerned about his wife most of all, and it's not looking good for her.
I don't think there's much we can do on that one. You want to check her if she's more serious? She may be away.
Barbara has been stabbed twice in the head and once in the neck through her carotid artery. These injuries are not survivable, and at 4:15 p.m., she's declared dead. The corporal recognizes a homicide when he sees one, and he has to make sure the EMTs aren't in danger.
You want to help me clear the house? We're going to clear the house for bogs.
I just need some sort of information on her whenever we get it. I'm sure
we could probably run something on the auditor's website. Do we know who she is?
Yeah, Barb.
Barb?
I think it's Barbara.
Barbara?
I haven't ran her out yet, but I got that from the neighbor.
Okay.
You don't see a bloody knife or anything, do you? Oh, yeah, back here.
The neighborhood is rallying around the Mortimers, particularly Tom, who's not out of danger yet.
I'm getting some towels or something to apply pressure.
And to Kenneth Mortimer, gonna be their son. Mortimer, I'm sorry, last name Mortimer.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, that's clear on Kenneth Mortimer. Do we know what he is operating?
Do what? Do you know what kind of car it was?
It was a, I told him dispatch.
Color.
Okay.
Gray silver Honda four-door.
As the deputy runs to get towels to help Tom, over the radio, his fellow officers discuss their potential suspect. A sergeant, freshly arrived on the scene, has asked Tom who attacked him, and Tom named his son.
I'm not sure if anybody talked to you yet, but who did this?
My son.
Okay, and what's his name?
Kenneth.
What happened?
He just went crazy, grabbed a knife and started stabbing us.
Okay. Did he stab both you and, is that your wife? Okay, he stabbed both of you?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the knife at now? Okay. Where was he stabbing you in the house?
Knife.
Okay.
I'll get
I need
this.
the airway bag.
Got it.
Did we get a plate on him yet?
Yes, they put a plate out, assuming that's it.
The dad told me it was the son.
That's I just confirmed that with him too. Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I do. Yep.
Several of the neighbors said they saw the son next door, so I think we're pretty solid on that's who it was.
I just want to make sure he's gone for sure.
We cleared the house.
Okay.
Tyler and I.
Okay.
Cleared the house, and we have witnesses saying he drove away.
Okay.
Tom is taken off to hospital in an ambulance.
Thomas, we're trying to get some vitals and get an IV started on you, okay? Did you check the stab wound on his head?
I see bleeding controlled everywhere. I didn't actually look at it. See active bleeding, just clots.
Oh shit.
His wife is dead.
Does he know? You gonna tell him?
I'm gonna wait for the detective to get back.
With Tom safely in the emergency room, another officer begins to canvass the neighborhood for other witnesses.
Did you hear anything or see
Tom
anything?
came out and he did blood all over him.
Yeah.
And this is about my next door neighbor. I don't know the exact number, but his son just stabbed him and there's blood all over and he's walking around.
Did you hear him say anything?
I think he said his son was stabbed. Ken is his son's name. He's got mental problems. I think
Okay.
he's in his 40s or something like that.
Okay.
He lives with him.
Did you see Ken here at the house today?
I think I saw him run around and go into the garage area, but I can't see it.
Hello, sir. You're Abby's husband, right?
Yep, that's me.
What's up, man? Were you here?
I was taking a nap.
Did you pull up your camera footage?
Unfortunately, our camera is... I don't even know if I'm logged in, but I'm a slacker, and our thing's low. So I don't know if it actually recorded anything.
There's also a lot of local curiosity.
I can't say anything, unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, though.
I can't say anything. It's all an ongoing investigation. So.
This kind of thing doesn't happen in this neighborhood, and it means attention.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Whoever this person is that did this saw him plainly. Like, they drove right by him standing on the corner. Can you even tell us if they caught them? Because I'm kind of concerned. What if this person is going to come back tonight since he was an eyewitness.
Yeah, I don't know if they, honestly don't know if they did or didn't, because we've been trying to deal with all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Because he said he gave him a plate number and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my god.
We have a lot of information, so it's just a matter of time. I mean, we're gonna obviously work as hard as we can to find them, and it's gonna be quick.
Right.
This includes the media.
Hello. Good. Just stay out of the road for now for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, on the side.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just there's still detectives coming in, so I don't want anyone to get run over.
With Kenneth still on the loose, there's a danger that this case is spiraling out of cops' control.
Like I said, I'm not at liberty to discuss anything.
I'm not asking you.
I can relay that to the sergeant that's on duty.
Statement, but sometimes it could be yes,
Right.
it's this. Yes, it's a stabbing. That's all we're gonna say. Or yeah, it could be like the most basic thing.
Right. I can relay that to him, and at that point he can make that decision if he wants to. But
so we can at least tell people at home, we've been out here, and this is kind of what's happening.
It's imperative that the cops notify the Mortimers' wider family before the press do. But it doesn't take long for their daughter and her husband to show up on the scene.
So we know that Tom is out there. We know that he was stabbed. We have kind of an idea of who did. We're concerned about Barb. She's not answering the phone. This is not me.
You guys,
based on what I'm seeing here, I have an idea.
Barb is dead. She passed away.
Their daughter is devastated, but she's also furious, which gets the officer's attention.
I'm so fucking pissed right now.
It's not gonna help. It's not gonna help.
You know how many times I've called the police and they just don't believe us. They just don't fucking believe us. They don't believe us. Please listen. Please listen. When people tell you that they are in danger, do not.
Her reaction implies that this attack was somehow foreseeable and could have been prevented.
This is not toward you guys.
No. Yeah.
The system failed us.
It did.
The system failed us. I mean, there was threats left and right. We've done everything we could to. It's what happened has already happened. You know what I mean? Now it's just how to deal with the situation moving forward. Where is Bob?
What's that?
Where is she at physically?
She's in the house.
Waiting for the coroner.
There's going to be a long investigation. So,
Is there more than him involved? You know, today she went all the way to Indiana to attend a seminar about mental health issues because they have been seeing bad signs.
It sounds like the family knew Kenneth might be dangerous, but they had no idea it could get this far, and no one yet understands why it happened. They need to talk to Kenneth himself for that. A neighbor comes up to the sergeant saying she knows Kenneth, or used to know him.
It's me, because my friend OD'd in the front yard, I guess, and I stopped hanging out with all of them because I don't want to friggin' be hanging out with that. And then I guess he lost his marbles, kind of, when I saw, kind of 10 years ago or something. And
does he have any friends? Like, did he isolate himself from everybody?
His parents isolated him. Like, after Andy passed away, I tried to take him, like, the thing for his layout and stuff, and his mom and dad wouldn't let me see him. Like, they, like, were like, he's not allowed to be around anyone anymore. Or something.
The family dynamic is sounding stranger and stranger. With Tom in the hospital and Kenneth on the loose with a knife, it's vital they find him, and fast. Luckily, the neighbor might know where he's gone.
Me, Ken, and the guy that used to live here back in the day always hung out. No one's talked to Ken in like 10 years, but they just said that they found an abandoned car in White Oak, or in Mount Airy Forest. The doors open.
Who said that?
The news. At Oak Ridge Lodge. This is what my friends just said. My friends live down by Putz's, on like down Stone Steps, like down that back street. If he's going anywhere, it's to one of those houses.
A corporal drives over to the spot, and he finds an abandoned 4-door Honda, gray in color, just like the witnesses said. It's Kenneth's getaway car. He sends for backup immediately, but it's not necessary. He finds Kenneth nearby, and he's compliant and already talking.
We read him as rights because he was already spilling stuff immediately, so. Okay.
Some of the cops on the scene are familiar with Kenneth. They've arrested him before.
Yes. Hey, I remember you. You remember me on that one night?
I sure do.
I didn't stab my mom. I had a good time when they drove me up to Michigan, too.
I was arrested about a year ago for his Michigan warrant. He had a felony. And he also got arrested for public indecency at Veterans Park. Yeah, that was about a year ago.
Does he need to be transported, or is he good to go?
He's probably
Okay. Yeah, I mean, does he need to go to the hospital, or is he refusing?
I mean, he probably needs a psyche though. He doesn't want us to take him. His injuries are fine.
Kenneth has some minor injuries on his hands, most likely from the struggle with the knife. There's also blood on the front seat of the car and on his jeans.
All right, my man. What's in the pocket down here?
Nothing. That other guy already checked it, I thought, unless he put something in there. My mom's wedding, maybe, I don't know.
His talk is erratic, and he's angry about something.
If you faggy-ass motherfuckers didn't drive me down to that f***ing hospital the last week of January, this shit would never happen.
They manage to get him in the patrol car, where he continues talking.
Stab that motherfucker in the head, man.
Half the time he's denying the attack on his parents, and half the time he's almost celebrating it. There's something strange going on here, and it will take the corroboration of a friend to nail down the truth. A man named Michael calls the police that same afternoon.
Received a call from Kenneth Mortimer, associated with the number of 513-614-3489, stated he murdered his family and asked the complainant to help him. The complainant is a friend of his and has not spoken to him in 10 years. But he did say to the complainant that he had been hallucinating, asked the complainant to help or pick him up. The complainant said no. The complainant advised him to call the cops and turn himself in.
Kenneth has confessed, but if he's hallucinating, it won't be that simple, and we still don't know why he did what he did. The officer brings him into the station to be interviewed.
Kenneth, we're going to take you inside, okay?
You're gay.
Now step on out for us.
So should I miss me?
We're going to follow this gentleman here.
While he's waiting for the detectives to arrive, he starts insulting the officers.
Can I please get a glass of water?
Not yet.
Why not? You're being gay. So if I have an alcohol problem, do you guys have to take me to the hospital, or do you not really have to take me to the hospital? Because I'm gonna have a seizure around like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Okay, I mean, if we get to that point, we'll call for an ambulance for you, okay?
Well, I mean, I thought if you had an alcohol use disorder, you would be taken to the hospital to get fluids or whatever.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so what is a possibility? No.
I mean.
Okay. So how many people have you heard of dying in custody because of alcohol withdrawal?
Not many.
Not many, so you've heard a few stories about it?
We haven't had any.
Okay, well I guess this will be the first, because I'm gonna be banging my head against something around. They told me they were gonna make me take a shot of Invega every month for the rest of my life. And then I went to they drove me from the hospital to a Summit Behavioral Health Center, and the judge and the red-haired girl were laughing during my hearing time.
Hey Ken, I'm Chris. Behind me is James. So we're gonna move to another room, okay? All right. Is that all right? Yeah. Blake, you might not cuff him from the bar. We're gonna put the handcuffs back on him real quick. Moving to the room. When we get to the other room, we'll uncuff you. We'll get you out of your dirty clothes and give you some new clothes, okay?
Invega is an antipsychotic drug, but the cops suspect there's more behind the attack than Kenneth's psychiatric history. And that's exactly what the detectives sitting down with him in the interview room want to find out. They start with some basic introductory information, getting him comfortable.
And you're still living on Palm Hill?
I guess so.
That's what you call home?
Yeah.
Okay. What's a good phone number for you, Ken?
513-614-3489. Why are you asking me what my phone number is?
Well, because I need it for this paperwork. And I'm going to ask some other questions that I don't mean to be offensive, but we just have to ask them for our records, okay? So, did you finish high school? Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Did you go to college?
Only a couple months.
Okay, so you didn't graduate from college, either an associate's or a bachelor's or anything?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So, how long have you been living with mom and dad?
Since on and off, pretty much for 25 years, but I've been living there since like 2015, pretty much is when I moved back in.
Did you ever, have you moved out to another apartment or anything like that? Where do you work?
I don't work anywhere.
Have you ever, where was the last place you worked?
I delivered food for DoorDash for 6 months last year.
Okay. And that was your only source of income?
Yeah.
How are you, paying the bills now, or?
I don't have any bills. They just buy my food and buy me just my food and my gas and stuff.
Okay, so mom and dad support you financially with, how do you pay for your car?
Why are you asking me this?
Well, I'm just trying to, I don't know you, Ken, so I'm just trying to get to know you a little.
I don't care. No. Don't try to get to, let's skip that part.
Okay.
Just don't try to get to know me.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
What else do you want to talk about?
Well, obviously you had a rough day, and I'm trying to get to understand why you had such a rough day.
I don't care. I spent 5 months in a psychiatric hospital in Michigan in 2022.
Okay.
So I don't care about anything.
Okay. What were you in there for? Is that why, just because you don't care about anything?
Because the judge didn't like me, and he found me incompetent to stand trial. He just didn't like me.
So you had been arrested in Michigan?
Yeah.
What were you arrested for?
I pulled up to some lady and hit a little dent in her car and told her to suck my goddamn. And she said, "Lick my motherfucker."
He has a criminal record for assault, and he's previously been charged with public indecency too.
I spent 7 months in jail and 5 months in a hospital.
So 12 months in Michigan.
Yeah.
And when you came back to Ohio in 2022?
The end of 2022, yeah.
Okay, and you moved in immediately with mom and dad?
Yeah.
Okay. So, since 2022, how have you been getting along with mom and dad?
I don't see why it matters. I don't know why you're saying that.
Like I said, I'm trying to understand the situation.
I don't want to, you don't need to understand the situation. Everything happened. I don't want to talk about it. I don't know why you want to know why.
This stint in a Michigan hospital is what he was talking about when he was arrested. The thing he blames for what he did to his parents. But now he's denying there was a reason at all. He does tell them about the stabbing, however. He says he attacked his father first.
Where was Dad when that happened?
He was sitting on the couch.
So your dad was on the couch when that happened?
Yeah.
And then what about mom? What was mom doing when that happened?
When I stabbed him, she stood up and she went, ah! I guess I just stabbed her. I don't really remember. She just started going outside and I just started stabbing more stuff. My dad just kept on sitting there. So
your dad stayed on the couch and your mom tried to go outside, or did she get outside?
She got outside and then my dad just stayed sitting on the couch.
Okay. And where'd your mom go when she got outside?
She just didn't make it down the steps. She was just on the front porch.
Did she come back in, or did you?
I dragged her back in.
Okay, so you dragged her back into the house?
Yeah.
And then what was your dad doing at that point?
He was still sitting on the couch. So I think at one point he got up and started walking to the back door, and he started saying, "Stop." He said, "You're killing me. Just stop, please." He said, "I'm begging you, please stop." And I was just like...
What did you stab your mom and dad with?
The biggest kitchen knife in the house.
What, when you say the biggest, about how long was it?
It was like that long.
Okay. Was it like a bread knife or a?
No, it was a big knife. It was a big, long knife.
Where is that knife now, do you know?
I don't know. It's probably sitting at my house unless you guys took it as evidence.
It sounds like this was a crime of opportunity.
You thought about doing this stuff before?
What?
Have you thought about hurting your mom and dad before?
No, I'm not answering that question.
Why not?
I'm just not.
Have you thought about hurting yourself before?
I'm not answering that question either.
Have you ever thought about hurting anybody else?
I'm not answering that question.
Why won't you answer those questions?
I'm just not.
You gotta be a reason.
No, there's not a reason.
So did you know, or do you know that it's wrong to stab your dad?
I couldn't take it anymore. They were just stressing me out.
Well, let me ask you about that. So that are they nagging you to get a job or to, do
No,
that?
they don't nag me to get a job. I was applying to get Social Security benefits.
This is beginning to sound like a motive. That, on moving back in with his parents at 40 years old, all three adults began to chafe at each other.
What was her main complaint with you today?
I cut up the shower curtain because the sound of the shower was stressing me out, so I cut a piece off, and then I had to use a towel to put outside the bathtub because water was leaking down, and she found a towel with a pretty soaked heavy towel, and she got upset.
Okay. When did you cut the shower curtain?
I don't know.
Was it today? Was it
Like
yesterday?
a few weeks ago, I've been putting the towel down to stop the water from getting on the floor outside the bathtub.
And then she's been kind of on you about that for the last couple of weeks?
No, she just found out today that that's what I was doing, and she just got upset and was furious, and she went out to, I guess, buy a shower curtain at Target or Walmart or something.
How long was she kind of griping at you and yelling at you today about it?
I don't know, probably for like half an hour.
Yeah, and after half an hour of that, you got pretty mad?
I don't remember, I just left.
In the Mortimer house, tensions were rising.
When did you leave?
I don't remember. I just left a couple times today, and I went out and I bought a couple beers, and I went to the park, and I went to Mount Airy Forest and drove around, and then I drove back to the house.
Finally, Kenneth runs out of patience.
Well, I want to know what happened today, is where we're going.
I told them to shut up. I told them just to shut up. They were just blabbering about something on the credit card statement. And I just told them they weren't talking about anything, and I told them to shut up. And then my mom said, you need to leave. She said, you're not staying here tonight. She said, go find a park bench or something. And I told her, just shut up again. And
where was Mom when this happened?
They were just sitting on the couch, and she just said, you're not staying here. And I told her to shut up. And I told her to shut up again. And then my dad said, should we call the police? And my mom said, the police aren't going to do anything. We need to call the crisis unit. And I just grabbed the knife, stabbed my dad in the fucking head.
So
why didn't
you want them to call the crisis unit?
Because they're stupid. What do you mean? They're fucking stupid.
The crisis unit is?
Yeah.
You haven't had any luck dealing with those folks?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I can understand. No, I'm sympathizing with you. I can't understand, how you feel. That's why I'm trying to get at how you feel and what set you off today.
I just told you they were picking up their phones to call the crisis unit, and that was the last straw. I had to stay in the hospital, and the first time it was ridiculous, and the second time it was even more ridiculous, and then the third time it was a joke, and then the fourth time it was 5 months in Michigan, which was just boring, and then it was the fifth time, which they called the crisis unit on me, and
Kenneth might be on antipsychotics, but he wasn't delusional when he stabbed his parents. He just didn't want to be locked away in hospital again.
And you didn't want that to happen again today?
Yeah, there was no way. I was dealing with another psychiatrist. I was not dealing with another psychiatrist, and I had an alcohol problem, and I needed to drink tonight. I needed a drink tonight. That was it.
The detectives step out of the room for a moment, and when they return, Kenneth keeps talking.
This is why all this is happening. You guys made me deal with a psychiatrist in the first week of February. This would have never happened. I just told you I have spent too many times in a hospital, and that was it. I could not go back to the hospital that night. I had to drink vodka at all costs. And if that meant stabbing her to death, that's what happened. So what? That's it. That's what you're asking me. I'm telling you, that's it.
Did you know it was wrong to stab your mother to death?
I don't want to talk about that. I don't care. I don't want to talk about that.
Do you love your mom?
I just told you, I have a feeling you guys are just going to start getting so weird on me. I just could not stand her. I really had a connection with her until she started to act like she was going to kill herself, and that was it. She acted like she was going to kill herself last April or May, and then that was it.
What Kenneth fails to understand is that his own unstable situation could have driven his mother, who loved him, to the brink. And, as her son-in-law said, the system was failing them.
She said, you need to go find a park bench tonight. You're not staying here. I told her to shut up again. And then I think that's when my dad suggested to call the police. And my mom said they're not going to do anything, just call the crisis unit. And that was it. I just grabbed the knife. And that's it.
Do you remember after you grabbed the knife, do you recall exactly what happened?
Yeah, I stabbed him right. I either stabbed him in the head or I stabbed him in his abdomen, and that was it. And I don't want to talk about it anymore.
And then Mom got up off the couch, went outside. Did you stab her on the front porch?
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it. We already talked about it.
Okay. All right, Ken, we're just trying to put it all together so we can understand. All right? It's hard looking from the outside in. I understand, you've been dealing with this for a long time. So it's built up for you. We've been dealing with, this for a few hours, meaning, we don't know you from anybody else. You're the only one here that we can get these answers from right now. That's why we're trying to do this, okay?
But Kenneth seems to be done talking. They take samples of his DNA and the blood on his clothes and hands, and then he's taken away to be booked.
All right, my man. Gotta buckle you back in again.
Chad, at this point, you're under arrest for murder, attempted murder, and felonious assault, okay? That's what you're going to the Justice Center for. All right?
In the cruiser, he continues to insult the detectives.
Why are you guys getting so stupid? Why am I here? Why am I here? And why do I have to listen to you?
You stand against the gray wall. Here, take your picture.
His vitriol is directed at everybody, including his parents, whom he's blaming for the attack.
I mean, who's getting stabbed to death and doesn't get out of the couch? Who does? You're getting stabbed to death. Get out. Run for your life. You're just sitting there on the couch, not doing anything.
But after being stabbed by his son, who he'd spent so long trying to support and protect, maybe the shock was too great for Tom Mortimer. He could only watch as Kenneth murdered his wife as well.
I want to get to some breaking news happening this evening about a Green Township man accused of stabbing his mother to death and then seriously hurting his own father. Kenneth Mortimer was indicted today in Hamilton County.
His bond is set at $2 million, as he's seen as a danger to the public. And there's the question of his competency to stand trial, given his psychiatric history. But late in 2024, he's found mentally competent and so responsible for his own actions. On August 8, 2025, nearly a year to the day after the attack, he pleads guilty to involuntary manslaughter, attempted murder, kidnapping, and felonious assault. As part of this plea agreement, the prosecutors reduced the most serious charge of aggravated murder. Nonetheless, he is sentenced to a minimum of 45 years in prison, by which time he will be 86 years old. But for the Mortimers, this is too little, too late. Their son refused to let them help him and killed his mother with her own kitchen knife for daring to try. What do you think about this tragic story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe, keep up with our channel, and we will see you very soon on The Decoder.